Folks, I've got an update for you guys on the David case today, and it's quite interesting because we might actually be seeing for the first time some of the depraved and dark, disturbed individuals within David's circle finally being hauled in for questioning about some of their very dark and twisted things they're into. Okay, so I actually covered on this channel, I think it was yesterday, okay, basically David's alleged friend, this guy Chase Keith, all right, he's a filmmaker, and he made this very disturbing video that basically, it's a short film where he's basically chopping up a body. He's sort of like, there's a fly. He basically is, you know, carrying a body. It looks awfully similar to what happened to Celeste, to be completely honest with you. Suspiciously similar. Okay. So this was super disturbing. A lot of people were wondering what the hell. People are all commenting now, justice for Celeste. What the hell's going on? Tell me you binged Dexter without telling me you binged Dexter. All right. Lock his ass up too. Well, his ass might be getting locked up too. Okay. This video was uploaded just a few months after, you know, basically, it was uploaded March 2025. This would have been 2 months after the last known image of Celeste being alive was taken. And according to the YouTuber Matt Thibodeau, basically Chase Keith has now been reportedly subpoenaed to testify in front of the grand jury. So, gonna have to answer
so this is another one of David's friends who has reportedly been subpoenaed to testify in front of this grand jury, who is convening to hopefully bring about a murder charge against David Anthony Burke. Please don't send any hate this person's way. We're just going to talk about the art and the aesthetic that this person likes, enjoys, the same way that David does, and the same way that David possibly mimicked. So as you guys can see, not only has he hung out with David and Neo in the past, but he's also hung out with one of David's friends, Asia. On February 28th, 2025, this individual posted a music video, part of a music video, to their IG page. It's called Buzzkill, and part of the music video is about him basically dismembering a female's body. This is very similar to David's romantic homicide video right here, where he is standing over a deceased female and there's blood everywhere. David watched and liked this particular video in February of 2025 on IG. Now remember, Celeste's last proof of life that we know of at the moment is January of 2025. Based on new court documents that have been circulating online, we did get confirmation that Celeste was dismembered in David's Tesla. So the fact that she is believed to have passed at some point in January 2025, he's liking videos of a girl being dismembered in February of 2025. It's eerie. We already have seen the messages in David's Discord where he admits to loving blood, gore, violence. This is just another example of that. And it's also a reason why many people feel like David was using Celeste as an experiment so that he can take these artistic visions that he created that are fake, so that he could channel that dark side of himself at Tommy in real life, with someone who is missing and not necessarily being looked for, and someone who could pass away and not really anyone would know. If you really think about it, Celeste was missing for so long, it's possible she could have been deceased for 9 months before her body was found in David's Tesla. If her body wasn't found in David's Tesla, would anyone actually be looking for her? Would anyone even know that she is deceased? Now, people online were talking about this particular person and how David is connected to them and stuff, and I noticed that David has started to unlike a lot of these posts that he previously liked on this person's page. Here's one example right here. This person posted a photo of them all bloodied up saying feeling courageous, and David obviously liked this photo. You can see it right here, but when you look at this photo today at this specific moment, David is no longer liking it. Also, I'm not trying to say that this person has any knowledge of what happened to Celeste or any involvement, but I do find it very interesting that he's posted many times since Celeste's body was found in David's frunk, yet just today, after people started talking about him, he posted 2 stories, and both of those stories are posts from 2025. One post being from March 21st, 2025, the second being from April 4th, 2025. This very well could just be me overthinking. My mind does go a million miles per hour, but remember, we were told that law enforcement was looking at a specific trip that David made at some point in the spring of 2025 2025, possibly connected to Celeste's death. The first day of spring 2025 was March 20th. Interesting how he's basically highlighting two specific dates in the spring of 2025, March 21st and April 4th. It just makes me wonder, why are these two dates or a date in between significant? Are you just trolling because you're trying to capitalize on some attention that's coming your way right now? I don't know. What are your thoughts on all of this? Let me know in the comments, and make sure you're following me for more updates on this case. As we get closer to bringing about justice for Celeste, you'll be able to.
So we need justice for Celeste, okay? And it is super, super disturbing, the stuff that this guy was posting now. Interestingly enough, they're saying that he's now being potentially subpoenaed to testify in front of the grand jury, and it's making you wonder, what kind of stuff is he going to know from being around that friendship circle? So we can take a little look back at Chase Keith. All right, he's been having some success, some motion for quite some time. Okay, this is a 2020 article on his rise as a TikTok star. Viral TikTok star Chase Keith on his rise to fame, a new talk show, and hashtag coronavirus challenge. It was all good back in 2020, wasn't it? So this was back then. It says the 17-year-old known by fans as Chaser is a rising TikTok star who accumulated 4.2 million followers on the platform, as well as 1.1 million Instagram followers, and recently launched a YouTube channel which gained 144,000 subscribers in just a few months. On the platform formerly known as Musical.ly, California-based Chase Keith started his TikTok creation success journey by sending funny videos to friends. After he received success with his first video, his audience quickly grew. So this is an interview with him. It says, "Hi Chase Keith, when did you first join TikTok and how did you hear about it?" It says, "Originally it was Musical.ly, then it changed to TikTok. I started making videos as jokes with my friends, then videos of us doing backflips on a trampoline got 500k likes. From that point on, I started to upload more comedy skits and they were going viral." It said, "Do you remember what your first video was?" He said, "It was a video of me wearing a Christmas hat doing the Carlton dance with my friend. It was a phenomenal video, I must say." So what is it about TikTok that made it so popular in your opinion? He said, "Personally, I feel like it's the fact people can express themselves in a variety of ways. Some people like to make skits, rants, dances, vlogs. There's just so many ways you can be yourself and make your own content." "How has your content changed since you first started posting?" He says, "At first, I posted only PG comedy skits and random videos. As opposed to now, I post more edgier skits as well as outlandish comedy videos." They said, "Lots of people on TikTok seem to be attempting the new coronavirus challenge started by a girl who licked a toilet seat. Do you feel like it's causing a genuine health concern, or people in the media are blowing the joke out of proportion?" He said, "I don't think people are going to actually start doing this challenge personally. It was more or less just a dumb girl wanting to get a couple extra views. Most people are aware that it's a very stupid and gross idea, but hey, you have to do what you have to do, I guess." I said, "What's the best piece of advice for people who want to build an audience on TikTok?" They said, "I would say that you should start doing the challenges and trends on TikTok. Make sure you have good lighting and hashtags. On top of this, you need a creative spin to whatever trend you're doing. This makes the video unique and more people will find it enjoyable." I said, "What's your favorite thing about being successful on the platform?" "My favorite thing would be that I'm fully able to be myself and have a community of people who support that. Nowadays, it's refreshing to know I'm confidently able to be myself in this day and age." He's saying, "It's been rumored that TikTok moderators have been told to suppress videos from users who appeared ugly, poor, or disabled so they don't appear in the For You feed. What's your opinion on this? Have you ever witnessed or heard of this happening?" He said, "I don't think it's true, but at the same time, I don't work at TikTok. I'm not quite sure. My opinion, if it's true, then it's very disturbing and disrespectful to everyone. Nobody should feel like they're being shamed in any way, but I've seen many unique people being pushed, so I don't think they're suppressing that type of content." So, "Could you tell us something your fans wouldn't know about you?" "I used to do magic when I was a kid. At the time, my grandma was battling cancer and I wanted to take her mind off it and perform magic. So I started to do research and learn the art. Usually once a week, I would perform a new trick for her." They said, "What's your most embarrassing moment?" He said, "I was at the 6th grade in this new school and my friend told the teacher I was going to beatbox at the prep rally. I was really bad at the time and was doing it as a joke, but he went behind my back and scheduled that I would perform at the pep rally in front of the school. I ended up performing in front of everyone with a 5-minute notice about the whole situation. I did it and the whole experience was very embarrassing." So, "Are you watching any good shows on Netflix at the moment?" He said, "Some very good shows I would recommend are Parks and Rec, Breaking Bad, that 70s show." I said, "What are your plans for the rest of the year?" He said, "My plans this year are finally to produce my new talk show, work on my brand, and stay on top of uploading. All exciting things to make sure you guys look out for on my social media." He didn't mention hanging out with creeps like David. He didn't mention making short films about disposing of bodies in a manner very similar to how his creepy friend David did. But hey, life comes at you fast. Now, based on his Instagram posts, okay, his short film Buzzkill was filmed sometime before March the 1st. This is February the 1st, 2025. This appears to be shots from the short film. And then also, I've got another post for you here. Out here making a short film, making a movie. So go watch Buzzkill if you dare. Not gonna lie, short film was trash. Not good. Boring. No narrative. Based on shock and nothing else. So basically, I believe he showed the clapperboard here, right? So this actually seems to show the date that he was filming, which would have been November the 16th, 2024. So this is actually before the last date that Celeste was actually seen alive, which is interesting. I'm not saying he had anything to do with Celeste's murder, clearly a murder, in my opinion, allegedly. But it is interesting, all right, because we're sleuthing around. This is more sort of disturbing photos from just before he actually did his short film. This is him, I guess, turning 23, October the 24th, 2025. So we got your birthday now too. Thank you for that. Might need that for the records. Didn't mean to like it. Definitely unliking that. And basically, you can see he's been trying to do his thing on YouTube. He's been putting up YouTube videos and vlogs. Might want to vlog the grand jury subpoena visit.
We are doing the human crane, but there's a twist. If you drop, you die. I'm Mr. Beast, and this is Beast Games? Evil Edition. I'm Mr. Beast, and this is Beast Games, and if you lose in the game, we shoot you in the bleep head, and you bleep die. Sign your wills before the game, and make sure you signed our contract, because you could die in the game, and it's real life.
This body's yours.
Yeah, I don't find him very, very amusing, to be honest with you. That YouTube long form is a little bit harder than your TikToks, isn't it, buddy? A little bit more difficult, a little bit harder to be entertaining and funny. But keep at it, buddy. All right, keep at it. You should definitely vlog the grand jury. You should make a couple David videos. Give us a few little reactions, you know, to visiting the grand jury, and let us know what went down there. That might catch you some views, to be honest with you. All right, that might catch you some views. People are asking, did you help dismember Celeste? You're not going to beat the allegations, unfortunately, okay? I don't even want to watch more of this because this guy is boring. But basically, Redditors would react to the news of his alleged subpoena with glee, all right? Matt Thibodeau basically claiming another friend of David reportedly subpoenaed Chase Keith. This is a new development. Jake's intrepid sleuthing sources, you know who you are. And people are saying this case is literally more horrifying by the minute. All right, indeed, just when you think we've exhausted all the more possible diabolical angles and villainous players in this tragic crime, there's more. All right? More and more people getting sucked into this dark orbit. So this is Neo with Chase. All right, Chase Keith at Coachella in April, possibly the month of the Santa Barbara trip. Coachella, where David performed. Neo and Asia attended. Herrera too. Look at them. Having a great time. Some people believe that Celeste was already deceased by this point, okay? They were chilling together, all right? Saying all of these photos of him covered in blood. It is definitely dark, all right? So everybody's dragging up that footage from his short film and basically just saying that it's you know, Chase with interesting interesting visuals for a video with a dead body wrapped up in a kill room. No words, all right? Buzzkill for sure. Definitely going to kill his buzz when he has to testify in front of that grand jury. Chase Keith bloody finger on a supposedly rotten something with flies, February the 20th, 2025. Looks like a short film he was working on. I really hope the police have forensic evidence, not just connecting the dots like the rest of us. Saying this shit's so corny. It's his best friend, that girl he murdered, swatted off his shoulder in the video on YouTube. He murdered and dismembered the girl because she killed the fly. The fly was his best friend. This was his reason to murder her. It's twisted and sick. He made it as a short horror film, but it's to give David tribute, just like the other guy who gave David a tribute with the Atami blood bathtub. That's an interesting theory. Because it's interesting, he posted on his this on his Insta stories the day after the post about him were here. Maybe not related, but it could possibly be. He said, I'm done being Mr. Nice Guy now. This year I'm pissed. Don't piss me off and we'll both get our way. I have my dad's last name for a reason. Don't make me show you why they call me the Beast. Show the grand jury why they call you the Beast. I dare you. I'd like you to show the grand jury why they call you the Beast. That would be a really good look. That would really help the investigation. There's his father, his dad's last name. Chase Keith's father is John Keith. He's separated from Chase's mother, Jamie. He's on Instagram. And he's got 20 followers. All right. So his dad ain't quite got the motion as his son. But hey, he could do his thing. So they got everything about this guy, man. This is the thing. Reddit's undefeated. I don't even care about who his mom's remarrying and shit. Some stunt man. But hey, all right, Reddit just is digging so deep. So, God, these people are so disgusting and evil. All of them think they're so good looking. They're in love with themselves. He's a goofy looking, evil, chucky faced freak. The evil shows through them, oozing out of their body, ugly and gross David's cult of freaks. After so much digging that we did, crazy to think there are actual main players that we know nothing about. While we're focusing on Asia, this guy was there just chilling. He was saying, right, this is too weird. Dead bodies, blood, dismemberment, all around the time she most likely passed and was dismembered. Just so fucking weird. And it's honestly really corny. Grown men smearing blood on their face and taking selfies. At this point, they have their own little cult. How do so many weird people manage to find each other? Asia was there too. No defending her in part. No defending her in her part. I honestly don't understand why these people are so fascinated by gore. They think it's so cool. Cover me in blood with a knife. Well, it's not cool when you're getting hauled in front of the grand jury, that's for sure. It's just because they're all of the same mindset. They've allegedly been in contact with each other for longer than people know. Their own 764-style cult with David as their leader. Do we know that Chase Keith has been subpoenaed? I've yet to see any evidence or significant corroboration of this claim. We don't know for sure. It says, when did they think she died in relation to all of this? Is that? It said, no, they didn't say she died in relation to this. They're pointing out that because she was David's friend, this was David's friend he was hanging out with around this time, Celeste suspected of time frame of death. Many posts about dead bodies, blood, and specifically dismemberment. It's completely strange given the timeline. Could be unrelated, but we don't know. We don't know, all right? Do we know? We don't know, all right? But look, I do think the heat is hopefully getting turned up, all right? People within David's circle are getting pressed. I think that is good. I would like to see more of it. I would like to see justice for Celeste as soon as humanly possible, okay? Let me know what you guys think of this video, okay? We will keeping track of everything to go on to do with the David case. We're going to keep Celeste's name alive. Any little updates, you know I'll be giving them to you. It's been a little bit quiet for updates, but this is what was going on today, so I'm letting you guys know, okay? So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting. I'll catch you guys in the next video. For now, I'm out.